I love Cody. Okay, wait, why am I on Twitch? I wanted my chat to be on YouTube. Damn. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, after a day off because I was working so much, we are now live on YouTube. Yeah, the Last of Us video I did was so long that it took like 2 hours to render, and it's gonna take some more time to upload. It's unbelievably obnoxious. Oh shoot, we haven't even okay. We are so behind on everything. All right. Okay, Twitch. I wish it like Twitter automatically. I wish it like Twitter automatically. I wish it like Twitter automatically. I wish it like. I don't think we really need to do the YouTube posts. I don't think we really. If anything, I would rather have my Twitter audience segue to Twitch or Kick. But anyway, okay, we are good. I think. Finally, we get to go back to Raiders. Yeah, I think we're gonna try and stream this for all day today. We'll probably take a little bit of a break so I can sleep and so I can and I probably have to get started on the Power World expose. But like I think for the most part I'm gonna just play it because I've been really into Raiders, honestly. I've been playing it quite a lot. I don't like it nearly as much as most people because I'm just not like as fond of Splatoon as a lot of other people are. But like, okay, it's here. Yeah, I don't know. I was really worried when I first started playing this because it felt like the way the game is structured that you're going to be playing the same stages over and over again. And that's not really true. Um, I don't know. Like the way I describe this game to people is that like it's basically just a better side order. It's like they took side order and actually made it competent. But like that's kind of my issue with it too is that like this is the game that side order should have been. Like I don't understand why this wasn't just a DLC for Splatoon 3. Because if it was, it would have made Splatoon 3, I think, an amazing experience. It really would have salvaged the game. Here, it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, they had to show Pearl and Marina in there. Like, I really think, too, Splatoon 3 would have been better if they just didn't have Pearl and Marina at all. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the characters or their fan base. I mean, I'm glad to see that, like, Deep Cut's more popular now, but, like off the hook fans were really awful back in the day, especially Marina fans. I actually like Pearl quite a lot, but like it's Marina specifically I have an issue with. See, everyone else, I don't know if everyone else has beaten the game, like, because I'm told it's not that long, but I haven't beaten it yet. I haven't really committed myself to. I'm more interested in just kind of grinding my way through it. These games like insane. So yeah, one of the I think the subject of the next Power World video is gonna be like the whole like um shooter thing because like the big narrative right now is that like Power World's way better than Pokemon because it has guns in it and it's way more action packed. And I'm just like, bro, like a Nintendo shooter came out this weekend that's better than Power World and it's more competently made. It's like the argument just doesn't make any sense really. You can't even argue that like, well, with Power World you have sidekicks because you have sidekicks in this game too. I guess. Shit, the hell's that? Yeah, I slipped. That was a bad. I almost thought I was gonna get KO'd there. That was embarrassing. Yeah. So like, if you don't find any players to help you, like, are you teaming up with bots? So does it like default to bots? Because I can't imagine these are like actual people. Yeah, it seems like they're pushing bots really hard this gen because I noticed that with Star Fox 2, where like if you don't have players, they'll just default to bosses, so you can always play online no matter what. And like, it's interesting because like we used to see bots back in the Rareware days, but they kind of fell off for a long time. But like, I don't know. I think with AI, we might see like enemy behavior improve radically. Yeah, I love how like with all the AI talk, it all revolves around replacing labor and stuff like that. But like, it never really hinges on this idea that like gaming intelligence might become more sophisticated and intelligent. Could actually have like like Yuji Ori was talking about this, like how he wants to have like a Dragon Quest game where you can actually talk to your party. And I'm just like, that's actually a really good use of the technology. Like that makes a lot more sense to me than the idea that like corporate America has where they think they're just gonna eliminate all labor. It's just stupid. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole like mindset of like of cutting labor to like save on cost. Like, no, you want your people paid so they can innovate and like create better products. Like it's like this isn't complicated. And they're actually loyal and like yeah, the bottom's gonna fall out on the whole like lowering wages things eventually. Like I think you're already starting to see that. Like I myself, I don't go to the grocery store. I'm trying to get like all my food from like locally sourced farms and all that. And obviously, I'm kind of limited to what I can get because of my area. But like, there's plenty of things I can get all year round. So I think at a certain point, like I will be able to get pretty much everything from like actual reputable people that don't shove sugar into everything. Uh, and might get higher quality. But I had like organic fries today, and they were like delicious. Yeah, my protein is good. Burgers are great. Like obviously, I need to like find some cheese and stuff like that. Yeah, my area is just not good for cheese at all. Really. Vegetables are fine. It's fine. I don't. We saw this happen with like the whole like the soft drink industry when like they cut like when they stopped allowing people on food stamps to buy pop. Like their sales tanked by like $1 billion or something. Because like that was the bulk of their demographic. And they knew that, so like that's why they were fighting so hard against it. my thing with this game is that like it just seems a little bit too repetitive and like brain dead, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just like I don't know. Maybe I'm just too used to like more complex games. I don't know. I just have this mindset that like shooters are just an inferior genre like inherently. Like I just really don't have that much respect for most shooters. Did it? Yeah, like I like the vibe of just like grinding and getting better stuff and improving your stat. So like it has everything that like Side Order had from like a roguelike perspective, but like they converted it into an RPG. And I think this does need to be understood that like RPGs are objectively better than fucking roguelike. So this did everything Side Order was trying to do, but better. I would not be surprised. Like the way it sounded to me, like considering how little they talked about Side Order, like I feel like Nintendo wasn't completely happy with it, and that they only released it because they promised it already. Um, does it? It just felt like kind of unfinished to me. Yeah, I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade my seer. I legit am probably gonna keep playing this until I upgrade my entire build. Like just max out everything. I don't want to upgrade my weapons too much because I'm worried. Like I felt as if inevitably I would just get like better versions of the weapons. So it doesn't make it into a better version of the same weapon. Like what it does is, yeah. See, so you only level up 5 times. Okay, so it's about 30. Yes. Yeah. Everybody is like obsessed with Shiver, and I can see why. Booyarang. Yeah, I like if Fry had a better design, like Deep Cut would be like by far the most popular group, I think. But yeah, they completely blew it. Like they really need to stop with the whole like gonkish designs. Like Pearl made it work, but like Fry doesn't. Like there's nothing to like about Fry. Unless you're like really into her energy, I guess. Like I don't know, because personality wise she's fine, but like she's just she's just a really bad design in general. It's just I love how they tried to like I think her lore in this is that she's actually a model. like they're really trying to sell you on this idea that she's secretly really attractive, and I'm just like, oh, she's like the opposite of like Eris being ugly. You know how like Final Fantasy 7 are, they do this weird thing where they insist she's like super ugly even though she's not. Like it's kind of like the opposite of that, where they really want. It's just ridiculous. They need to stop making Fry happen. It's not going to happen. I want to see God. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be like the kind of like play 15 minutes a day thing and just kind of gradually play grind through it. Oh yeah, my Xenoblade Chronicles 2 got updated today, so that's another thing that came out that I think a lot of people are saying. By the way, did you see what like the community tried to do like with Xenoblade? Like they tried to argue that they're like censoring the designs of Pyra and Mithra, which like didn't fucking happen. Like again, like this didn't fucking happen for like a decade, and yet like people are still insisting it's gonna happen someday. I'm just like, bro, you need to give up. It's not gonna like it is ridiculous. Uh yeah, the coping about like it's just like attention, but it was just for attention. He calls her he calls her damn fuck, I don't really value it anymore. It's just I don't value anything. It's still like I don't know. My thing with this game is that like it just feels too repetitive in a way. Like all I'm doing is just grinding my stats so I can like take on harder challenges. I just don't like I said, I wanted the structure to be a bit more like an actual adventure game, like an actual RPG. Like it really like it's an RPG, but like it's like they couldn't move away from the roguelike idea because it's like it's kind of structured like that. Like, why is it frozen over? Someone has the ability to freeze it, really? You can't use the Super Mario Sunshine like Mantis Storm. Like, why the fuck not? Are we ever gonna get like clarification on that? So like, are you telling me that like Mario canonically fought Big Man of all people? Like I just can't like I just don't get it. Like I we need like an actual explanation for that. You know what? Like I could totally see in like Mario 3 like Splatoon being in it. Like I legit feel that that's a possibility that's on the table. Actually, I probably should be let's see if we can advance to yeah, like a lot of people are really into it. I don't think it's as good as Yoshi, but yeah, I can definitely see the appeal. Like for me, like I just I think I would have preferred a straight up RPG, honestly, because they were talking about it like I don't know. I think they were apprehensive about changing the gameplay too much. Is kind of my kind of the vibe I get, and that does make sense considering where the IP is at right now, because it still feels like the core gameplay hasn't taken off in America yet. So they probably need to stick with that before making any changes. And there's no reason to change it because it's just so much fun anyway. But like I don't know, for like a spin-off title, like I feel like for a game like this, like why not just put it in a mainline game? Like I would have preferred like the spin-off title to play radically different than mainline. And this does play differently from like a mechanical standpoint, but like the actual gameplay itself is pretty similar. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly mixed because I do like the game a lot. It's just like for me personally, I've been really anxious for them to like really make a radically different spinoff for a long time, and yet like I just don't think we've gotten it yet. I mean, this is the closest we've gotten for sure, but yeah, yeah. So it feels like if you don't find anyone to play with, they'll just give you bots, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, that's going to be a big deal. That's going to completely eradicate like this might be the last generation ever in which like you'll have people like trying to say that Nintendo games will die like within a couple of weeks because nobody plays online. This should be the end of that. Like I think the Dust Ones might be the last time we see people bitching about this ever. And like it's really only because that's a From slot game. Because honestly, I think Nintendo's nailed their online gameplay since Smash 4. And yet, like, for a long time, like, a lot of people have been insisting that there's, like, something wrong with it. But, like, they're always very vague about what that means exactly. And it really just does boil down to them not playing it enough to know that it's flawless and on par with the other formats. Like, the idea that Nintendo is behind the times when it comes to online play, it's not even really true. Because, like, even in, like, the DS era, we had, like, Mario Kart DS and Metroid Prime Hunters and all that. Like Pokemon came out. Like they've been killing it when it comes to online games for a long time. It's just that the masses were more into like the first person shooters and like the fighting games and stuff like that. Well, specifically the fighting games. But there was just this like illusion that like Nintendo couldn't compete with in the online space, and it never was true. Okay, but yeah, hopefully this is going to be the end of that. Like I think considering how well this game has been selling, I think we can reasonably see it like I guess we can go ahead and just. So we're going into the lore of their families. Wow. does Fry use? I know like Shiver uses a katana, but like what does Fry use? It's not umbrella, is it? I love my life. Okay. Okay. And there's probably more. Honestly, there's probably more people playing this than Paolo right now. Honestly. Yeah, the masses are just completely sleeping on this game, and it's like number one on the eShop right now, and it's like blowing up on Twitter. I feel like people are going to be really blindsided by this game being successful, especially in the West. I think this is going to be the big breakthrough game. I mean, that's kind of a trend I've been noticing this generation is that like I'm not too impressed by the games coming out because like from my perspective, it's stuff that I've been seeing for years, but like a lot of normies have not played anything like this. And I think that's the issue is that Fortnite is falling off now, and like now people are like looking for something different, and they're going to discover this eventually. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, I would like to keep playing this until we beat it, but like I don't know if that's going to be possible. I have a lot going on. I have to like yeah, I love how like you don't have to throw grenades to take out the fly guys in this. Man, it's so nice to play a Splatoon game that doesn't have Pearl and Marina like ruining everything. Uh, or specifically Marina, I suppose. Yeah, the problem is very specifically with Marina. Marina's more popular than Pearl, so like I'm kind of the minority on this, but like Marina I find to be like really fake and like not a very good friend of Pearl. It's just kind of my mindset. Is Act ever going to come back? I'm very curious what they're going to do with her. That's right. They tried to pass off Act as like non-binary. I don't know if that's going to stick, but I can't imagine it will. Like Cyber was like really unpopular. One of the big reasons I gave up on it immediately was because of like because they did that. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of events lately. I don't know if the people behind it got fired or if they have like a policy against it now. It feels like they might. Like it's interesting how like they were trying to push this for like 5 years and then it just kind of fell by the wayside. Like I mean we still have the the androgynous looking characters, which is a problem, but I'm sure that'll go away with time too. I'm curious if they've ever given a public statement about that. And like it feels like they're just kind of doing it on the DL and like again it's one of those things that people just aren't bitching enough about. And like I think the problem is that like so many Splatoon fans just spurred out about stupid stuff. Like that you had that shareholder, right, who came out and started bitching about like male clothing options in Splatoon, and it's just like it's just silly. Like I don't know, Splatoon has like some really autistic fans in Japan. it's yeah. Yeah, like if they promote like Splatoon and Mario 3, like that is gonna like explode the series relevancy. Like that by itself is gonna make this like a 30 million seller, I think. I wonder if that's gonna be the plan. Because like the third movie is gonna come out till 2029. I guess in theory that could be when Splatoon 4 comes out. Because like they just released this and they just released the Splatoon 3 update. Like I think they're intending on keeping Splatoon 3 relevant for a long time. I mean, I feel like they could have kept Splatoon 2 running longer. Like, because I do think the core problem with Splatoon 3 is that they released it too soon. Ah, yeah, that's our first day then. Well, it's kind of mild. I think people are like, okay. Oh, that's right. I had better outfits, don't I? I kept bitching about my outfit, but wait, I can actually wear different things. Uh, yeah, I think this is the male model. Yeah, finally something more masculine. I still don't like the hip swaying, but I guess that's just their thing now. Because like I swear males didn't used to do that in the original, but maybe I'm just misremembering. I don't know. That was like it's crazy to think that like Splatoon 1 came out just before Nintendo went woke or started leaning into more into woke shit. I know no shit. I wanted to ask her about that. I didn't want God damn it. Like, what the hell is it? It's like that thing from like Bayonetta 3, the rolling boiler. Like I said, like making it an RPG was a great idea, but like, did it have to have those like side order elements? I don't know. Yeah, I would have preferred this to be like completely different than Side Order. And like, I'm kind of shocked as it's different as it is, but like at the same time, this boss is going down way quicker than the last one. I guess because I leveled up more. And the game really expects you to grind. It's fucking bitch. Oh, that's right. We need the okay. We need the eggs. All right. Yeah, the game's good. It's just my mindset on it is that like I don't know. I think it could have been quite a bit better. It's just kind of my like it feels way too much like a budget spin-off to me for my liking. Yeah, I'm surprised we did so much damage. That first boss took forever to beat because it was so underleveled. I'm curious how much replay value it's gonna have. I guess that's what they wanted was to create a game where like you would just come back and play the same stages over and over again. Because that's what Side Order was supposed to be, but like nobody wanted to play Side Order. Well, yeah, I actually came up with a new rule, and I do think we do need to start talking about this more often. I don't want to hear about games that are popular in China like ever. Like I think that's going to be my new rule going forward because like I actually noticed because like Power World released a chart about like about where their players are, and like number one was China actually, and I think that kind of explains a lot because Nintendo games aren't really available in China. So like if the player base is primarily based in China, that means it's in a region where like Nintendo isn't allowed to operate to the capacity it is elsewhere. So like basically, it's not really it's an apple to oranges comparison. That would make a lot of sense. We saw something similar with like Black Myth Wukong and like a lot of other games like that. But why is that quickly getting down? But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 was straight up owned by Tencent. What I'm curious about is where the money is coming from, because like Palworld claims they don't have investors, even though they're doing all these partnerships with all these other companies. So like I'm curious if that's true or if there's like some like weird caveat to that. I am so glad I'm not wearing a gay outfit anymore. I'm so thankful. Yeah, so there's probably one more boss for Big Man, and then we'll probably see the end of the campaign, and then probably I think the game's too short, personally. It's just my mindset. I do like Fry better than Marino. At least she's likable. And at least she has like actual cultural influences from India. Yeah, I could see her becoming one of the more popular Nintendo characters in India. Or at least she would be if she wasn't so fucking disgusting. Honestly, like I really do think it's just the eyes that kill it. Like the eyes are just bizarre. Wow, right in the middle of. So what's actually in there? Is it going to be like a Paper Mario thing where it's actually a monster or something? Like that's kind of. Oh, I see. Okay, so you get different. All right, so you get relics and they kind of tie together. Okay, okay. Big man. And we're going to play Sunshine after this. When are they going to re-release Sunshine? Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, improving all your gadgets seems like it's going to be incredibly autistic. Yeah, we need to upgrade the hideout before we do anything else. No, more islands than I would have expected. Uh, yeah, it's another difficult spot. Okay, let's go back. Let's. Yeah, try to go to older areas. You're telling me you can't upgrade your bot? Like maybe it's a post game thing, but like I swear I saw some pre-release material that said you could upgrade the robot. I find it very hard to believe that you can. Maybe it's like a level 3 thing. If you upgrade the hideout again, but we'll see. And I love Deep Cut, but I really do like them in like Splatoon 3 where they're like more like the antagonists. I really wish they'd like committed to the bit. Because like them being Team Rocket was like hilarious. And it really sets them apart, I think, from the other idols. Like I think being them kind of anti-heroes was like really made them work better. Especially in Fry's case. I think they did a lot for Fry specifically. Yeah, that's like the only time I've ever really liked Fry is during her boss fight. Because she has all these powers. I mean, Shiver's better, obviously, but okay. That's it. I don't know. Yeah, you grind so much, and then you get like over leveled, and like a lot of these areas are trivial. Love this game. All right. Yeah, we got that. Uh, is that spicy difficulty? Okay. So is there a third difficulty after spicy? Surely there is. I can't imagine there's that much content in this. It's just my honest impression. Yeah, I think we're at the grind a little bit before we head into the next area. I'm curious if they're gonna do more with Callie and Marie and four if they're gonna be retired. Like it's been a decade since over a decade since Splatoon one. I, I feel like Callie and Marie still aren't super popular characters. When I first saw them, I was sure they would be, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a case of like it just not being long enough time. I mean, if you remember, like back in the day, like Slippy Toad was like super unpopular in Star Fox 64, but like now he's like all the cast is like super popular and iconic. So uh yeah, that's what we need for like Smash 6. We need like all four members of Star Fox and Andross. Seriously, really? Yeah, I could definitely have beaten that. But it's almost frustrating, like how strict they are about the timing. Like it's like you have to over level yourself so you don't run into these situations where like it's nothing like his original. You're telling me he can't use the Manta Storm? It's like you're telling me that they're gonna have you team up with Big Man, and they're not gonna have you. Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way. They're not gonna have you use Manta Storm. Like that, like genuinely upsets me. Like, are we gonna get like actual lore about that though? Is what I'm curious about. Yeah, I feel like Power World fans specifically are like going to be blindsided by this game because like I think their problem is that they're too hyper fixated on like taking out Pokemon, and they're not really thinking about it logistically. Like, well, what else is Pocket Pair going to do? Like the simple fact of the matter is like we're not seeing any Pokemon releases right now, and like other Nintendo games are coming out that are just better than Power World. Again, they keep saying that like Power World's outsold Pokemon, and it just isn't true. And at a certain point, it's going to be obvious that it's not true. But um, I'm very frustrated with how many people are like presenting it as if it's fact. It's just one of the most obnoxious things I've ever seen. I guess this is the new marketing tactic because they did the same thing with Baldur's Gate 3, right? Where they just tried to say it outperformed Tears of the Kingdom, which was not actually true. I checked Baldur's Gate 3's player count today. It's fallen off pretty massively. Yeah, we're at the point now where nobody even really remembers Baldur's Gate 3, and like considering how hard they tried to shill it and Jennifer English and like they had all this like hype behind. Oh yeah, yeah. Did you hear about like well, I mean, I guess it's not a big deal to say her name now that she's irrelevant, but like yeah, I think she stepped away from that like stupid like girl boss King Arthur did. Because like her roommate was working on the project and like they had a fight or something and like it just collapsed. That's crazy. Especially considering how she wouldn't shut the fuck up about being gay for like 3 years. Like I'm just like Elden Dingling. Yeah, I'm very curious how well Elden Ring's gonna do. Because I think it's coming out the same weekend as Duskbloods, the Duskbloods beta. So like I'm curious if they're gonna cannibalize each other or what, but yeah, I don't see it. I don't see Elden Ring having like some glorious return to form now that the Switch version's out. If anything, I think like more people are gonna like be comfortable coming out and saying, yeah, Zelda's better. And honestly, like they're kind of already saying that. So yeah, it's not gonna be too much longer, I think, until like the fad behind FromStop failed. I mean, it's been like 15 years since Dark Souls. It's like I really do think that that period where it was considered like the greatest game of all time is just not gonna hold true anymore. I think because they put Elden Ring on too much of a pedestal. Like it completely devalued Dark Souls in the plan. Yeah, people complain about like Majora's Mask and Wind Waker and stuff like that, but like people really don't understand the value of those kind of games because like not only were those games distinct from Ocarina, they allowed people to like fixate on Ocarina like long term as like this amazing classic game. And like you just don't really see that out of like Souls, Elden Ring, zero people. Yeah, zero. Like you're not really seeing anybody talk about it now, honestly. Yeah, like it seems like at this rate, these Game of the Year contenders, like they're really only relevant for like 4 years, honestly, because like 4 years is about what it takes for them to get ported over to Nintendo consoles. And once that happens, there's no reason for to glaze them anymore. So like, yeah, you're not seeing anybody talking about Celebrate coming to Switch 2 or like Elden Ring coming or like any of that. Nobody cares. Like it's just um Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, I need to play Prime 4 again. It's been a while. I did beat Prime 4 right when it came out, but like I kind of want to play through it again because I keep seeing people complain about it, and it's like it's been so long now that like it's not fresh for me, so I kind of would like to do a second playthrough and like kind of talk about my feelings on it. Because like I really do feel like the bulk of people complaining about it is people who don't know the first thing about Metroid Prime, who believed it to be like a Halo game. Like that tends to be the stereotype whenever it comes to people who like complain about it, is that they very specifically complain about it like not being enough like Halo. And that's been a thing since the original Metroid Prime. But like it's just this weird like thing about the spin-off series is that people like have this idea that it's something that it's not. Like how people think it's mainline Metroid when it's not really a spin-off. But yeah, right now I'm kind of busy. I want to get through Persona 4, honestly. I want to get through like this. I don't think there's anything coming out in August. I think we are going to focus on Persona 4 actually. We're going to get through that. I'm gonna try doing channel stuff. I want to like do more book reviews. I was like I'm like halfway through Cloud of Sparrows. I was reading it while my video was going live, and I was just like, this book really fucking sucks. And I almost like I almost like completely stopped reading it, but like I decided that like no, I probably should finish it and I should review it and I should talk about like why I hate it. So I mean like that's what I've been wanting to do for a long time, but like I don't I just feel like traditionally I don't like talking about books unless I have something to say. And usually it's just like I didn't feel comfortable talking about like books I didn't like, but I'm at the point now where I'm very comfortable doing it. So yeah, we'll be going after Cloud of Sparrow sort of soon. Like my recommendation is just read Shogun. Shogun is like the same exact thing, but like better and less like weird about like its female characters. It's shocking how much better Shogun is. I don't know. Japanese novelists, they have this tendency to just rip off Western novelists and then just like set it in Japan or something. Because I remember I read this one book that was just like a dead ringer for Agatha Christie's, and then there were none. Right, one of my favorite novels of all time. So like I read it and it's like the basically the same exact thing with like a different resolution, and it's just like it's nowhere near. I barely remember a thing about it, and I like, and then there were none. Like I remember like a lot about that one. I was thinking about that a lot lately. I gave my copy to my grandma so she could read it. Yeah, so she finished it, and then she does that thing where like she completely misunderstands the plot. Like she thinks Hugo was evil or something, and that she was working with the judge, and it's just like about like I'm just like I don't know, man. It's really weird when she like misunderstands things like that. Yeah, like I don't even know how she comes up with some of this stuff. It's just weird. But why did I fail? I had 20 seconds left. So yeah, if you do a raid and fail, you don't get the experience points. Yeah, I need like more spiral. Like, where can I go that's like easy spiraling? Every time I call for help, they keep putting me in like these harder and harder hurts. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish Cloud Sparrows this week. Try to get through that, and I'd like to like I don't know pick up something else. I haven't decided what I'm gonna read after that yet. I still have not found my copy of Eye of the World. I have no idea where it is. Um, yeah, I'll have to look at my Kindle and see what's next. Yeah, my issue is that like ever since I lost my job, I haven't been buying a lot of books, so I've just been going through my backlog, and I'm just kind of like I am anxious to buy something new. I'm making money again, so like I could have bought something this week if I wanted to, but like um I decided against it. Like I just had so many things to pick up. Like I had to get new clothes, I had to get like um things paid for. It was just I don't know. There was just a lot to do. And I was putting all that stuff off for like weeks. So I was kind of upset that I had to spend so much money so quickly, but it's just what it is. Hopefully next month it'll be a bit more like I won't be nearly as anxious to move on because I have everything I need right now. Like everything's good for the immediate future. Honestly, the big problem is that like the quarter ain't fucking over with that strike. because like my channel still hasn't recovered from that. Well, I mean, it won't recover from that until I can start like reposting Kino Casino clips again. And I don't want to do that until like the strike clears. So that's not going to be until October. So like I'm just kind of like concerned about that. Like I had a major breakthrough when it came to my channel, and some fat retard decided to take it from me. So like I'm not too pleased about that. I'm gonna hold this against him forever. Talking about me on Kino Casino is bullying. Like shut up, shut up. Uh, yeah, I don't know if anybody's like anybody else has been flagged down because like as far as I can see, I think I'm like the last person to get hit. I don't know. I mean, like talking about it hasn't been big lately, but like, because like I would say it peaked around last month, and then was like kind of slowly fading away. I mean, I was kind of concerned about that anyway because it's just no longer a hot story. Yeah, like there's a lot of people who like um have like lost a ton of money because of what he's been doing. It's like awful. Yeah, it especially pisses me off because you guys know this if you're following the channel. I do allow people to like do live streams reading my books on stream, right? Like I do have the ability to do that, to strike it down, but like I chose not to because it's just free promotion for me. Like, that's the way I kind of look at it. Like, because I'm very confident in my product and my channel and all that. Like, I don't really care if people say bad things about me because I fundamentally know that they're not true. So like again, him being so anxious to shut down all like everyone making fun of him, I think it just reeks of insecurity. Okay, here we go. Has my Last of Us video been uploaded yet? Yeah, that file was so massive that it was gonna take like it took like 2 hours to render. It's gonna take like took like another 45 minutes to upload, and then probably another hour like or so to like do the processing check. Um, they actually won that time. Yeah, I'm kind of worried this game won't be like based so much on skill. Okay, processing begins shortly. Okay. Okay, so it's uploaded, but it still has to process. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried what this game's replay value is going to be like. Because like it feels like once you get to a certain level, it's just gonna be trivialized, basically. I don't know. Well, we'll see. It shivered. Yeah, I was gonna make a comment about her spine. Like, look at her back is arched, but like, she's an octopus and doesn't have one. Like, I'm just like, wait a minute, what? How does this work? Okay, but yeah, Shiver is hot as fuck though. I was the only person who really liked Shiver because I didn't see a lot of people saying they liked her, but like, yeah, I like her a lot actually. The Wii series. Yeah, I'm curious, like when we're gonna get Wii NSO. That's probably gonna be how I go about it. Is that we're gonna do like full length retrospectives on like games as they come out on NSO. Because I did a Donkey Kong 64 one. I'll be doing a Mario Sunshine one probably. We'll probably just do it every time they update it. That'll be our content. Yeah, we'll probably just bring Nintendo Classics back and just have it like fixated on games that are available on the service. I think that would be a pretty good way to approach it. Um, yeah, my old Nintendo Classic videos aren't great. Yeah, if I were to bring that back, that'd be great. And I only stopped doing it because I felt like I kind of talked about like all of the all-time greats, but that might not be true anymore. So also, case. Well, courage and shit. Yeah, because like it's been a while since I've tried like hyping up the service because I think I was doing it like back when it was really unpopular to do so. But now that like it's more commonly accepted that NSO is great, it's just like um you really only see people bitching about it whenever they update it with new games. Like it's either like they should have been here already years ago, or like this isn't a major update. And but then like you have out of nowhere like weird situations like DK64 being hugely insanely popular. Like DK64 on NSO, I think pretty much salvaged that entire game's reputation. Like the entire mindset that that game bombed or failed, I think it's straight up dead now because of that re-release. Like I don't think it's gonna survive the next decade because now that that game is being played by like younger generations, like all the copes about it have just kind of collapsed. Like I don't even know how the DK64 narrative even took off. Like it's like if you look at the facts, it's kind of bizarre because like it was like the fifth highest selling game on the N64 or something. It was hugely popular and successful with critics and players. Like it was visually stunning. Like the idea that it's bad is just ridiculous. I think. How do you like the games? Yeah, a little bit too fast. Yeah, it's not like console accurate. Yeah, there's like some weird things about it sometimes. Yeah, like apparently because if you were watching me play DK64, like you probably saw me like struggling with that bastard rabbit in like Funky Forest. Like I straight up could not beat it, and I had to resort to some weird like trickery to make it happen. And apparently, the reason for that is because the frame rate on Nin- Nintendo Switch Online is so much higher than the N64 that the rabbit is just like way faster as a result of that, and it just becomes like almost impossible to beat. And like that's a weird thing to have happen, but like it's like a real problem with these games sometimes. Again, having a higher frame rate doesn't necessarily automatically make the game better, and that's something who like anybody who's played a lot of games will tell you. There we go, we got it. Hey, why don't I only have one? Oh, okay, I can have a third gadget. Wait, what? But where is this? The A button? Since when can I? Oh, wow. Okay, crazy. Oh, come on, I still can't do. Okay, we don't have the gem. GBA. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with the update schedule, really, or anything they're doing with the console or anything. Like the problem is that like most people just aren't going to be satisfied with like anything, and they're just going to keep bitching about it until we literally have like pretty much every game on NSO. And we're getting to that point where like pretty much every classic game is, but now people are asking for DS and Wii era stuff, and I'm sure we'll get them in like within the next couple of console generations, but maybe as early as Switch 2. I mean, right now, GameCube babies are spurting out about like GameCube not getting updated enough, and it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Because I'm just like, we just got DK64. Play that instead. DK64 is better than like pretty much anything on GameCube, by the way. I can't think of a single GameCube game I like more than DK64. Yeah, it's crazy how good DK64 actually is, considering how polarizing it is. Because like I would have thought it was like it was controversial for a reason, but no, it was just fake AstroTurf bullshit. It really was kind of like the Star Fox Zero of its time. You know what I mean? Where it was just unfairly treated by the masses. But yeah, we're seeing it collapse. Game sales. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Because like they're still producing remakes of games, but they seem to be strategically released, so they don't really interfere with the NSO thing. Like Star Fox did really well in spite of being like one of the more popular titles on there, and I'm sure like Thousand Year Door will be popular on NSO when that gets re-released. Actually, I would recommend the NSO version over the remake, but the remake is fucking garbage. It really needs to be said. Well, like the Thousand Year Door has already been out for a while, so I don't think it would actually. Is this about as big as it gets? Yeah, but like I remember that was a big talking point back in the day. The idea that like a game being on NSO would somehow like stop it from being re-released on the eShop or being in a collection or something. That didn't happen. So yeah, I don't. I'd like to keep playing this until we beat it, honestly, and then we'll just probably just keep casually playing it all throughout August. Yeah, I saw the kids some of the kids in the family yesterday Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday. And one of them was playing a Nintendo Switch. He was wearing a Mario shirt, but he was playing Fortnite. And I was just kind of like, why? Yeah, that's all he plays. All I've seen him play. I don't know, maybe he'll grow out of it, but it's like, yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't understand like the hold that like Fortnite has on like kids. I never understood the appeal. Yeah, well, like the remake did really well. I believe that like yeah, when did Game Boy NSO drop? Was it before the remake? I think it was. Like I think they launched around the same time. And then like the remake did really big numbers. Like I think it sold over 5 mil. But yeah, Link's Awakening was like a 10 out of 10 remake. It's so good. I do miss like the chip tune soundtrack, but like for the most part, it's by far the definitive version of the game. Like I've played through that version like I think 3 times. Like like every time I come back to it, it's just like a masterpiece. One of my all time favorites. Yeah, we didn't play through the Oracle games. I don't know why I haven't yet. I keep putting it off. Every time I go back to it, like I'm stuck on like one of the like halfway through Oracle of Ages, and like I have no idea what I'm doing. So Oracle of Ages is like obnoxious. It's like the most obnoxious Zelda game ever. Like every time I come back to it, I'm just baffled. But I don't think this is the first time I've gotten filtered by it. Because like I've tried going back and playing these games before, but like I have beaten them both, but only once each. It's a shame because they're both great games. I don't know why I've never played them extensively. I don't know. For Zelda games, it's like I'm in this mindset where I don't want to play them too much because it kind of ruins the experience almost. Like something like Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, I know back to front. So like because I played them so many times, so like I just don't want to ruin it for myself really. Like I ruined DKC, but like honestly, you kind of have to. Is like like the flip side of that is that you don't get to experience it at all, and that's just not a good position to be in, really. Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking about I don't know what they were thinking with Triforce Zero. Like I saw a rumor a while back that they were producing Triforce Heroes HD on Switch, and I was really hyped for the idea, but like they have not announced it yet. Like they did Ocarina of Time remake instead, and it just that's not what I would have wanted, but like yeah, I guess I am not most people. Like again, this now is the time to re-release Ocarina, I think. Like Ocarina is like the greatest game ever made. They're doing the movie next year. Yeah, the movie's like 10 months away, isn't it? Oh no, I think they moved it up to April. Yeah, so like more like 9 months away. That's crazy. I'm so excited. I am so excited. It's so good. Okay. I wish I had some freedom. I wish I had some freedom. More remakes. I don't know. A couple of years is probably fine. Like they don't need that to be their primary output. I mean, even what they're doing now, a lot of people are like spurting out about it. Like, that's been a major Nintendo talking point for a while now is that Nintendo only does remakes. They don't do anything original, and it's just wrong. Oh, hang on, I could probably ask for help. Hang on. I really don't want to stop it to like beat it, but like I really want to play something else. Like I yeah, this is the kind of game you play in short bursts, I think. It's definitely fun for what it is, but like yeah, I just don't think it's as good as people hype it up to be. And people are getting mad at me for saying that too. I mean, it's like Yeah, every time I criticize a Nintendo game now, like Retro Fusion comes out, and he's like, "I guess you were the real pretender all along," and I'm just like, "What are you talking about?" Like, Mm. Yeah, I know people don't buy this, but like, I'm actually always have been a pretty harsh critic. I think this is pretty evident with like my book reviews of the game. But like the issue is that the Nintendo is just that good, and they meet my lofty standards. Mm. Yeah, Big Man, I don't know. I don't think I like his power as much as the other two. Maybe it gets better if you upgrade it. Uh, I think bonding upgrades it, right? I love you, Casey, Casey, Casey. Starfox becoming a tier like Pokemon. I don't think it's gonna get that high, but I do think we can expect like regular releases going forward because it's always been like an A tier Nintendo franchise. The issue has always been that like they just haven't put out new games. They just haven't put in much of an effort. And I think that's probably because of like the GameCube to like Wii transition and like the audience they picked up from that. Star Fox just wasn't the kind of thing that would take off. And like at one point, Kid Icarus Uprising was going to be a Star Fox game, right? So there's always been like interest in like revisiting the brand. It just hasn't happened for a variety of reasons. And Kid Icarus Uprising came out in 2011, right? 2012. So like another like we have like I think another decade to go before we hit the 25-year mark and we're due for the sequel. I swear, if that happens, that's gonna be like the video game equivalent of like AVGN reviewing Raid 2020 and 20. Actually, it's even more ridiculous because I don't think they waited like 20. They had to wait 25 years for that. I think it was only like 15. That is gonna be the most if if they pull that off. That is going to be the most insane bullshit like I think I've ever seen come out on Nintendo. If that actually happened, want like Kid Icarus to be different than Uprising. I don't know. Part of what makes Uprising so good is that it's so unlike everything else that exists. I mean, like it's very similar to Sin and Punishment, but it's also kind of its own thing. Man, I love how I finished my like Last of Us retrospective and I'm not talking about it at all. Like I really think after like making that video, I'm never gonna think about the game ever. Like I think I'm done. It was so bad. Like literally every single game we've been talking about tonight is better than Thurston. Like literally every single. Yeah, Codename Steam is what really needs to get a re-release. Like that's the game that really bothers me because that was a new IP that was just like completely neglected. Like everybody just completely refused to support it, and it was this really frustrating thing. Like you have people spurging out about how like nobody cares about American literature, and then like you have me who's like legit writing my first novel at the time, and like I was just obsessed with it. That game might be my favorite piece of Oz media ever, actually. Um, so like I guess he just jumped and then can't be what you were supposed to be. That was too retarded. That can't be what you're supposed to do. Like that get turned around. That makes sense. How I was supposed to go down this. There's no way this is what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Okay, I got turned around. I was so distracted I didn't even realize. Okay. But yeah, we never did get a follow up to Codename Steam, so um we'll have to see if we get a sequel to it. Because it ended on a cliffhanger if you remember. Um so I'm sure it'll come back eventually, but I don't know. They're probably gonna have to re-release it first. That's probably what they're gonna do. Is just do Codename Steam XD and then just release the sequel. Yeah, I think the feedback they got from pretty much everyone was just have more Japanese characters. Because I don't know, it was very specifically again, Nintendo tackling American literature. It's just I don't know. It really feels like most people don't read this stuff outside of school, and the stuff they make you read is just garbage anyway. A lot of modern stuff isn't in the public domain. I was actually just looking into this, because I was listening to iRobot and I was like, is it in the public domain yet? Because surely it is. And all the relevant pieces of it aren't. And I'm just I was just kind of baffled by it. What do you mean? A lot of this shit was written forever ago, but no, it's they're protecting that shit. They're gonna be doing this, I think, going forward, where they just don't allow things like that to enter the public domain like it should. And I'm sure there'll be some exceptions, but um, I don't know, who the fuck gives a shit about iRobot? I can understand being into it if you're interested in the history and development of science fiction and all that, but as an adult, it all comes off as really insipid and stupid. Especially seeing how robotics is actually developed, as opposed to the weird 50s ideal of it. I was talking about this the other day, how people think that the three laws of robotics are a real thing, but they're not. It's just something that Asimov made up. I just I'm listening to it and it just feels really dated. Because they I'm listening to iRobot and it's they're talking about Dr. Susan Calvin and I'm just a woman would never succeed in robotics. I don't even, that's it's crazy how I'm listening to this and I'm just a woman would never succeed in this game. So yeah, I'm curious if I imagine that Asimov's work, I was a huge fan growing up, but I feel with my values today, I'd probably hate good chunks of it. It's been a long time since I've read any of it, so I've been meaning to, but I could never get a hold of a copy of iRobot. I lost my copy, and I don't know if it's not in print or if I'm just not looking in the right places, but I've never really. Yeah, I barely remember all that much about it, honestly. I remember the bit with the mind reading robot and the bit where they're on Mars, but it's not. I don't know. I don't I don't know. I think we need to move past this idea that the goats of the 20th century are still the goats today. Because I feel like someone like Michael Crichton is a lot more relevant now than someone like Asimov is. Because Crichton was based. He was towards the end of his life, he was speaking out against climate alarmism and the idea that families don't need male don't need father figures. Right. He was like really red pilled on a lot of topics. I was kind of surprised, honestly. Um, like I don't know, like it's like yeah, him and Orson Scott Card are probably the most based people I'm aware of that are still alive today. All right, well, I mean, Orson Scott like uh who are still alive at the turn of the millennium, I should say. Uh, I mean, Orson Scott Card is still putting on shit. Like there's a lot of stuff he's done I've never even heard of. Uh, yeah, it's gonna take a while to get caught up on everything. Yeah, it's weird. Like I've grown to like Orson Scott Card more as I've gotten older, and like started liking like Stephen King, Asimov, those guys a lot less. I guess my values and standards have changed or whatever. Like I was really in that mindset that like uh yeah, I mean I read a lot of Orson Scott Card too, but it was like I think I've only ever read like Ender books, and like there's quite a few of them. Because I have read like Ender's Game, the tree one, uh, Xenocide. Never read the fourth one. I hated how Xenocide ended on a cliffhanger, and I was so pissed that we didn't get to go see the aliens. And then like I never actually read the fourth, so I have no idea what happened. Yeah, Speakers of the Dead is the second one. Yeah, I actually released a bad review about it recently. I did not care for it at all. Um, Yeah, I read it. I read that one not that long ago. I'm getting back into them. It's been like I want to say almost 20 years since I read this stuff. Yeah, almost 20 years, like 18 since I read any of it. So it's interesting, kind of going back to it. Yeah, it's nice having books to read again because, like, as a kid, like, uh, everything people would recommend to you was like shit. Because, like, I remember when Twilight first came out, and that's all anybody would like ask you is like, "Oh, do you read Twilight?" Like, no, fucking retard. I'm not. Like, yeah, Twilight was like early on before people knew what it was like actually was. Like, there was this mindset that it was like going to be the next Harry Potter, and that it was like this huge new cultural phenomenon, and it just wasn't. Oh yeah, speaking of Twilight, yeah, she actually put out a remake where it's like Edward and Bella are gender swapped, and like I really thought it was like a fan parody, or if it was just something some douchebag did for a gag bit, but no, it's an actual Stephanie Meyer product, and I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? Like that was just I don't know. I hated Twilight to begin with, but I can't imagine like how bad like all the weird spin-off material is, because like we all know about Midnight Sun and like what a controversy that was, but um like the fact that she did that and then she went ahead and did this, like bro, like move on, like make something new. I don't think anything she's done has been like that relevant or popular. Because I remember when the host came out and like fans were like trying to gaslight themselves and thinking it was just as good as Twilight, but it obviously wasn't. So like what specifically about Twilight is what made people like enamored with it? Was it just the shallowness of it? Like I really think it's because it was a romance novel that was like vanilla enough for like young girls to read. Because like it's pretty shockingly like tame by uh by romance novel standards. Yeah, if you actually try to read romance novels, they're pretty fucked up. Yeah, I don't even know anything about like the current romance industry. I know people clown on like romantasy and all that. To me, like that just seems pretty. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like desensitized to this kind of stuff. Although Like people describe it to me, and I'm just like, so basically just Twilight. Like it feels like the exact same thing, really. Like I really don't understand like the appeal of it. Well, I mean, it's just porn for girls, but like, I don't know, man. Like absolute bullshit's getting picked up on TikTok now, and it's like it's really weird for me to see because like I don't know. I think in a lot of ways I'm probably selling more units than these people. I don't know. I'm probably more relevant than these huge TikTok creators. I don't know. Yeah, like it's kind of crazy because like the thing about me versus them is that like their content's kind of forgettable, while like people see me once and then like remember me like 5 years later. Like people have been complaining about things I've said and done like 10 years ago. Like like it's just uh, oh, it's definitely a weird scenario. I mean the publishing industry like they don't want like straight white men like to succeed. They're doing everything they possibly can to keep that from happening, but I feel like that's just not working, honestly. Because eventually you start blowing up and you start getting known, and then like there's not really anything they can do, honestly. Like they can't refuse to publish you because you'll just find a publisher that will work with you. It's just like like the only thing we can do is just gatekeep like hardcore while you're still getting started. And to a certain extent, they do that to everyone anyway. So it's like it's not even really like that much of a deal, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was looking at like a list of like published authors under 30, and I was just kind of like, I was looking at it, I'm just like, am I more popular than these people? Because like I didn't recognize any of Baldo's Gate 3. I know, right? That's never gonna get old. But yeah, I'm releasing like a couple of like 3 books this year. So no, I'm sorry, not 3, 2. Yeah, 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 2 and like 1 short story, 2 books and 1 short story. I'll be glad when we start like moving on to new projects because yeah, the Catalan thing was a nightmare. And like working on something like that, like right when I like moved on from my job, it's that was not like the best situation to be in. Because like what I wanted to do was like have a lot of books in the pipeline before I quit. Because like I was making enough money for a long time. The issue was that like the Catalan Fangs in particular was like a really difficult project. I finished it. But then like I just wasn't comfortable releasing it because I didn't think it was good enough. So. Oh. Yeah, I'm surprised how popular this is because I don't think it's that good. Like I think Octopath is better than this. I think typical Splatoon single player modes are better than this. Like there's no platforming or anything. It's just focused on like the shooting aspect. Hmm. I've been yawning a lot lately. I keep trying to take naps and like I think I've like taken like 4 naps today. And like I legit keep falling asleep. I'm not quite feeling well. I don't know. We probably should finish this game just so we can get the review out. I can't go back to Persona 4 until we're done with this. Hmm. Kind of funny how Retro turned into a Garagoon the moment he thought we were losing. Um, yeah, what specifically kicked it off was me like making fun of Pragmata. Specifically like the whole specifically it was like the whole like fake is all out like wholesome child thing. Because like someone came out and tried to say that like Diana reminded him of his dead daughter, and people tried like using it to promote the game, and I came out and like talked about how disgusting that was, but like a lot of people just didn't see it that way. And Retrofusion was one of them. So like I don't know. I wasn't too happy with that. But yeah, Gara's a fucking retard. Like I can't even like take anything he says seriously. Um, and like you're insane if you do watch his content. Hmm. But yeah, if someone's gonna like spurg out at me for that, like I don't want you in my community. It's just that's just kind of my mindset on it. Um, I am happy to move on and embrace my new audience. A crayon up his nose. Like his thing is that like I think he genuinely thought of me as his friend, and like I don't know. I feel like I didn't really do enough to like discourage that. I mean, I just didn't know what to do really about it. It felt like to me that it was just kind of a difficult situation to navigate, considering I had such a small community at the time. But yeah, hopefully, like I'll have an active enough scene now where we don't like I don't have someone who can like get noticed just by like showing up every night and um like claiming seniority. Because that was the problem is that like he tried to claim seniority several times. Like, oh, I've been here since 2019, even though he wasn't. Like, I don't know what he was talking about. Like, I know the people who were around in like 2019, so like he wasn't one of them. So, oh, graphics. Um, well, I think what's happened is that like the rest of the industry is collapsing because their graphics got too out of hand and too expensive. So Nintendo's just capitalizing on that and just making nicer looking games to try and like eliminate that classic rift of like, well, like PlayStation and Xbox games look better though, and That's not true anymore, and honestly, never really was. Even in like the Wii era. I don't know. It's definitely a change in direction, but I do think it makes sense. Because like they were saying back in the day that like they were always intending on going back to making more realistic looking games. It was just a matter of like market trends and industry, for industry reasons. And like I think they made the right call, honestly. Because in the short term, everyone hated them and thought they were behind the times, but in reality, they were keeping costs down, putting out absolute bangers, and not falling to the trap that everyone else did, where they thought like having graphics and story was gonna like make them the kings of the industry. Hmm. Yeah, I think Big Man lasts a little bit longer than the others. I was kind of wondering what the benefit of his was, because it seemed like the worst on the surface, but I mean, they're still producing games like that though. Like this isn't really that big of an upgrade over Splatoon 3. Like, like the big graphical overhauls, they're mostly reserving that to remakes now, right now, honestly. And I think that makes a lot of sense because they're just tech demos, really. Yeah, Cyberpunk isn't really like it's not really just a remake because they were experimenting with like a visual style and identity and like selling it to people. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the N64 and GameCube were way better looking than PS2 games, but like the industry didn't give a shit because like all they cared about was realism. So like they would try and tell you that like Grand Theft Auto 3 looked better than Nintendo games because like well like it's more realistic though, even though it doesn't look as good. Mm. Well, like the GameCube, that came out like when Sony was at the peak of their relevancy, right? So the GameCube came out like after years of like Sony slandering Nintendo, saying they were going out of business, scooping up the third party exclusives, scooping up the third party developers. Like N64 like destroyed PlayStation from like a quality standpoint. Like actual gamers like vastly preferred the N64. But like normies and like casuals were gaslit at the time into thinking Nintendo was on the way out. And that didn't go away until the Switch generation. Like it lasted a full decade after the PS2. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like that's one of the things that's changed is that they're not really relying on the blue ocean strategy anymore because I feel like they don't really need to because they're a big enough company now to compete with every other tech sphere and like they can actually afford to spend money and like not skimp when it comes to technology. Not that it's not still like quite a bit cheaper than the competition, but they're definitely ramping up from where they used to be. And these things are expensive. I love my games. Okay. Is that the final island? No, okay. Yeah, it's probably like two more areas to go before the end. But the game just feels way too short to me. Honestly, it really does feel like one of those low budget spin-offs. Yeah, I think that's enough for now. Yeah, we barely played it for like 2 hours and we're already kind of tired of it. Like I said, it's not as good, I think, as like other Nintendo games. Mm. Yeah, Xenoblade 2 came out. Oh yeah, did you hear the rumor that like Nintendo straight up acquired Xenosaga from Namco? That'd be hilarious if that actually happened. Because like I've seen a lot of plebs try and argue that like Nintendo ruined Monolith Soft, which is not true. But that's an angle they've been taking for a while. So if they just straight up acquired Xenosaga, that's going to be one step closer to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That hasn't been true in a long time. But like people still push that as if it's absolute fact. People use like games going on sale as proof that the Switch 2 wasn't selling well when like that's not actually true. It's just a normal sale. Yeah, the not going on sale thing hasn't been true since like the Switch the early Switch 1 era. And like back in the day you would have like Nintendo Selects titles and stuff like that. So yeah, I am hooked on Pokemon Fire Red right now. Yeah, I'm like 42 hours into this game. This like 23-year-old Game Boy Advance game. Is it 20? No, it's only 22. Yeah. Yeah, it's 22 years old and it's like still more popular and relevant than Power World. It's crazy. Yeah. So like, yeah, the game is trying really popular. John. I don't believe who's that? Yeah, because they're not allowed. Yeah, it's like French Bay, really. Yeah, they're probably faking their numbers because like, not yeah, I guess it's just what way. They go. Yeah, I don't think that's true. It is. Say, Greedy. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten like a meal today. Uh, yeah, once like I can get my Zapdos strong enough to like one shot like Lorelai's first three Pokemon, we should be good. Yeah, I probably should be streaming less and just pumping out. I should just be pumping out like edited content until I find something that works. Uh, oh, I one shot it. That's right. I think I can one shot everything except for the Labros. Cutting edge third parties. Yeah, yeah, they don't anymore. Back in the day, they needed them, but like these days, the third parties have fallen off and they can't compete anymore. So yeah, all of them have bent the knee. I don't know anybody who's like still going all in on the PlayStation thing. Like Namco, maybe, but like they've become such a joke over the past 10 years that like I don't think anybody notices or cares what they do. But yeah, if Nintendo like I think what Nintendo should do is that they should just acquire like Pac-Man, Tails, Soul Calibur, and Tekken from them, and they're good. Like, what else does Namco even have? Like a bunch of shit that nobody cares about. Yeah, I mean, I talk a lot about how Nintendo needs to acquire Dragon Quest from Yuji Horii, but like they also need to like get Pac-Man. Like they need that. Yeah, I think Tails would be a pretty good like RPG series for them. And like they need like a traditional fighting game too. So like Tekken, so that'd be great. I know Tekken is like super mismanaged right now. So I don't know like at what point it's gonna collapse, but I don't know. But then with Harada, I think it's gonna happen fairly quickly because I imagine he was the only thing keeping the executives in check because they clearly don't understand the brand at all. Extreme speed. 24. Well, like they probably will, honestly. Like the Switch One, like I don't see them taking it off the servers for like a long time. Like I think it's gonna be at least like 20 years. What did I do that for? I lucked out with that one. Yeah, it's over. Well, I think it's been over for a while now, but I think like the digital only thing just completely killed it. Especially with like more people becoming skeptical of like digital media because of like how the stream wars turned out and because of the rise of physical media. Like people don't want to pay a subscription fee for like things they're not going to watch. Like that's actually kind of my mindset when it comes to Netflix. Like the only reason I want to resub is for like WWE specifically. Like I don't care about anything else. I would gladly pay like a lower price just for WWE. So we'll see if Jurassic. Yeah, I've been playing this like pretty regularly. I was playing it like before I went live actually. A free ad supported plan. Yeah. Hopefully it happens, but we'll see. We'll see. I can't imagine it'll be viable though. Yeah, I am really curious like what's gonna kill Netflix because right now they seem like they're like the big dog of the industry, but they just don't seem to understand how to actually run their business. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like people sub back in the day and they never unsub, even though they get like no value out of the service. Because like there's nothing good on Netflix. Like, I the anime on there you can get on Crunchyroll, you have a better selection. It's just the Switch 2 and third party support. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how we went from like uh Nintendo needs third parties to like third parties needing Nintendo. Like going from like the Wii U to like the Switch 2. It's been very interesting seeing that transition. Because like I thought it was becoming pretty self-evident that third parties needed Nintendo even back then. Because like all their attempts at like destroying Nintendo just completely blew up in their faces. Like how Ubisoft like delayed like Rayman Legends by like 6 months for like no reason, just to try to fuck them over. Yeah, Ubisoft refusing to support Nintendo just destroyed the company. Because if they like committed to like Nintendo partnerships, they'd be in a much better place today. Because you still see people trying to glaze like Starlink and Mario Rabbids and stuff like that. And those games aren't good, but like they're remembered a lot more fondly than I think than like the stuff they were putting out on other consoles, which were like the real games, quote unquote. Yeah, what's gonna be our next game? I don't know. Should we go back to Persona 4? I'm really fired up about playing Persona 4, but like I don't really want to play it until we beat Raiders, but I don't know. We may as well get it out of the way. Yeah, yeah, I think we're just gonna go back to Raiders after this. Yeah, they put the old Assassin's Creed games on Switch, but like that's more out of desperation than anything else. Those games are almost 20 years old now. Like they're old. They weren't even good when they came out. Like again, the more people play like old school Assassin's Creed, the more they realize just how bullshit it was from the get go. Like that game only sold itself based on hype. That's it. Like they've always been bad. Play Pocopia. I haven't re-downloaded, but like the expansion hasn't come out yet, so I don't really want to play it before the expansion. But yeah, I have purchased the expansion, and we are probably gonna put another 40 hours into Pocopia. Probably. Yeah, I haven't played Pocopia in a while. Yeah, so I beat like the first three members of Elite Four without losing a single Pokemon, and now we have to go up against the Lance. Yeah, I think Soul Silver was a way better remake than this. I put so much time into Soul Silver back in the day. Uh, Yeah, I really hope they re-release that one soon. Lego? No, no. I have no interest in fucking Batman video games. None. I'm so sick of people acting like they're good and they're just not. Like people are only hyping up Lego Batman because of like the Arkham thing and because of how it tries to like I believe that like is that game like I believe that game tries to tie together every movie into one like actual continuity and I heard that and I'm just like that's actually pretty awesome. But like I don't know if I would care about that. I'd rather just watch the movies. Michael, keep yeah, once I get Shadow Ball on my Mewtwo, I think that'll be a game changer. Like, the issue with Psychic is that like it just doesn't have that much PP, and it's not usually an issue, but for like an Elite Four run, it's kind of a bummer. Yeah, Lego Batman didn't even come out on Switch 2 right away. They tried to do that thing where they tried to give it a staggered release, but like I think that just killed it for everybody, and like nobody cared after. Yeah, so like I think the only two third-party games that have tried to fuck over the Switch 2 so far was 007 First Light, which still does not have a confirmed release date, by the way, and um and Batman. So like I don't know what they were thinking with those, but yeah, both of those were massive L's. Yeah, I completely forgot that like Lugia's signature move was Aerial Blast. Apparently, it doesn't come with it in this game. So I think we're gonna go see the move reader and try the move tutor and see if we can get it back on. Oh wow, we have like four healthy Pokemon going into blue. We might be able to beat it this time. I think we got lucky with a couple of good critical hits, but like, why is Aerodactyl so fucking fast? I know, yeah, they completely like Lego really should be a Nintendo exclusive. Like, I don't understand why they, like traditionally what they used to do is that they used to do this thing where they were just like, oh yeah, we don't produce games on Nintendo because we make games for adults. We make games for mature gamers, but like that's not true for like every publisher now, is it? Like it's not true for Lego. It's not true for like Square and like Kingdom Hearts. Like they're just examples of like these third-party publishers that just refused to support Nintendo. And where does he send out first? Who does he send out first? Yeah, I've battled him a couple of times. I'm getting to him consistently now, but I haven't beaten him yet. This is the remake, but this is the rematch, by the way. This is round two. So this is like the post game, post Sevi Islands Elite Four. So do they not level up until you beat the? Oh man, I knew it was a Heracross. Shit, I knew it was something weird. Yeah, like he just uses Mega Horn over and over again. It's wait, what? Oh shit. Yeah, so no status conditions. For like 3 turns or five. Yeah, he has a Heracross, one of the most badass Pokemon ever. Yeah, so it has Megahorn Earthquake. Like, what the hell is this book? Okay. Yeah, I knew I was gonna have problems like heading him off, but I didn't remember why. It's because of this bastard. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Yeah, so the fighting typing makes ice type. How good is Rockton? Yeah, it's not that good. Yeah, Megahorn's super powerful, but it's not gonna be good against Lugia because it's a flying type. Can't even beat this Earth. So what we're gonna need is that we're gonna need like Arcanine to like bulk up and really start like demolishing this thing. Yeah, Dragonite's probably the best bid. Gyarados, really? Yeah, everybody uses Gyarados except for me. I Gyarados was such a staple for me that like I've actually tried like not using it as much purely because I felt as if like I needed to use more variety in my team lineup. But yeah, I love Gyarados and I'm always excited to see it. Oh, yeah. I want my key. God of War Laufey first released in June, has a release date 1 month later. This is getting rushed out. Interesting. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the Power World player count has leveled out. It didn't spike today, and it's Saturday, so that's the end of the cope that it's going to pick up again on the weekend. 24th. Yeah, because it usually spikes in the early morning, continues until noon, and then falls off. But now it's flatline. Okay, we'll see. We will see if it maintains. But yeah, this might be the end. Yeah, the instant like the player count goes down, it's pretty much over. Um, like they're gonna try and like do a hurrah with like the TCG, but that's not gonna go. I'm glad I didn't use Rain Dance. I was legit like thinking about it, like I should use Rain Dance, but no. Thunderbolt would make that worse. I swear that like Rain Dance is a more of a double-edged sword than any other like. Yeah, it's the closest we've gotten to winning. Yeah, I think once we get like better moves on Mewtwo. Yeah, once we get rid of Swift, we should be good. Yeah, we probably have enough cash to get that to get Shadow Ball now. It's yeah, so Arcanine needs to level up a little bit. Uh, and we need to start catching them all. Yeah, we have to pick up Leaf Green and go through that so we can catch every Pokemon. Can you get every single Pokemon in like Fire in between Fire Red and Leaf Green? I don't think so. Because I think you had to trade with Ruby and Sapphire as well. I don't know. I really only care about the original 151 because it's always been important to me to catch them all. But where are we going? Oh yes, Solana. And I miss modern Pokemon and having things that can like just just having a button that can warp you anywhere. How much money do I have? That should be plenty, but Nintendo's more affordable than all the other brands. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know if you're supposed to play the casino because I think this is how like I I would do it because I don't trust the casino, right? Like why would I? I'm not stupid. Yeah, I remember I was playing the slots at like David Bluster, because I had like the season pass and they give you uh like $2,000 worth of credits or whatever. Or what how does it work exactly? It's like yeah, they let you do it for free up to like 2,000 credits or something. And I was just like, okay, I'll just come in every week and just like exploit it. So like I do that and I'm just like mindlessly like running my card and doing it. And then like I look over the shoulder and like there's this girl like standing there like smiling at me and I'm just kind of like she probably just thinks I'm loaded. Like I was just like, wow, what a whore. Iron Tail, Thunderbolts. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just barely had enough. Okay. Finally, we can like put something that isn't complete garbage on YouTube. Yeah, I made fun of DSP for having Swift on his Mewtwo, but I did that on top of I did that while my Mewtwo had Swift that I was actively using still had Swift. I think we're gonna go to the move order and get Aeroblast on Lugia too. Yeah, I think I'd rather have like Aeroblast on Lugia than like Hydro Pump. Because like Hydro Pump is just so unreliable. And like honestly, I need a good flying type move. Oh wait. Shit, I don't have a shit. Lugia was the one I where is the move tutor? And I have not gone to a move tutor in so long, I don't even remember where they are. Uh Pokemon House. Blonde hair. No, she had black hair, I think. Okay, so the name Raider. Okay. Yeah, this was like last year, so I don't. Yeah, where is the? We're gonna have to search every house until we find a. And the fan club. Have we already been in here? Yeah, I don't think it's in Vermilion. Uh, yeah. It, surely it's not in the Sevi Islands because there's a daycare there too. Yeah, could it be in Fuchsia? Fuchsia? Could it be in Fuchsia? I mean, it's right next to him. Yeah, surely it's not in the. Surely it's not in Pewter or Vermilion. Yeah, let's. Okay, forgotten. Okay, but you want to move Tudor. This is where you get the super rod. Like, so look, I have a tendency to get like the super rod before the good rod in this game, and I don't remember why really. Okay, yeah, the move the leader. Okay, yeah, surely it has to be in Celadon somewhere, right? There's nowhere else could be because we have the Raider in Lavender. Yeah, surely it's not on Cinnabon. The drugstore and not the. We're taking a break. Yeah, and they never come back. Wait, Team Rocket is still active? That's odd. They don't go away. There's so many buildings in Celadon that don't really serve a purpose. Could it be in Could it be in Saffron? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it's crazy how small the map actually is because like as a kid this game felt gigantic and it is, but like it's kind of an illusion thing. I never understood the copycat character. Why does she have an actual name? Yeah, she never appears in the anime, does she? A game with Mario wearing a buck on it. Yeah, I was wondering about that, but so apparently that's a Game Freak game. Yeah, I kind of miss the days when Game Freak would do things other than Pokemon. Wait, fan club? It was this. Never even been in here. What? Okay. Wow, I had no idea this was a thing. Aw, I want to be a psychic girl. Aw. Koga, he's my type. Isn't he married with a daughter? So how does this work? So what's the point of this fan club? Yeah, yeah. So I use psychic. Yeah, I put psychic on my Mewtwo actually. Okay. Now where the hell is the move through? Surely it can't be on the Sevi Islands. Alexa, where is the move tutor in Pokemon Fire Red?
The Move Relearner, often called the Move Theater, is on 2 Island. Look for the purple roofed house a few steps east of the Pokemon Center there.
Are you serious? Wow. Was there no move tutor in the original?
Yep, Fire Red does have a Move Relearner on 2 Island. You just give him 2 tiny mushrooms. Or a big mushroom.
Alexa, stop. Wait, game corner? Oh, wait, hang on. Hey, did they change the way it works? Because like they don't require payment in other games, do they? Yeah, like an idiot, I like put Lugia up and I needed. Yeah, what should I pull off of you, Lugia? Oh, hang on, let's look at it. Why do they even have like Cody's PC now? Because like storing items makes no sense in like modern Pokemon because like you just have like enough space for everything. Like, I never even understood the concept to begin with, but yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of Hydro Pump and just replace it doesn't have Aeroblast? What the fuck is this? It's odd. Okay. Yeah. Does it not have Aeroblast in this game? That's its signature move. Maybe it learns it through level up, but like if you can't like get it on there. Yeah, I need to get back into somebody one. I was thinking about buying it, but like I'm so busy playing other RPGs. I don't know when we're getting around to it. Yeah, I really wish I could play games all the time, but I'm so busy. Like, I have to get married and I have to like, just I have way too much going on right now. Celadon, Viridian, uh, Saffron, Celadon. Yeah, let's go back to the. Yeah, so the Aeroblast thing was a bust, but we got Shadow Ball just fine. Uh, I guess that was more important because I would have had to like take two moves off of Lugia. I would have had to take off the Hydro Pump and Rain Dance, and I don't know if I haven't had enough mushrooms for that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could just keep playing and replaying this until we beat Blue. We're pretty tough. We're pretty close. I think beating Blue is like the last thing we have to do before we have everything in the game like. I mean, I guess there is 100% completion, but I don't know. We could probably just do that casually. Okay. Oh, yeah, I should get something to eat. It's been a while. yeah, after we beat it, I think we're gonna like evolve all the Pokemon we haven't evolved yet. And then I think we're gonna think about getting Leaf Green so we can start trading. Yeah, I'll probably do that thing where I just trade over like an OP Pokemon and they'll yeah, they take measures to stop you from doing that, and yet like it's in practice it's not that big of a deal. Do they refuse to listen to you at all in like future games? Because like the way it works in this one is that like they'll just refuse to do it most of the time, but then they'll go ahead and do it. You don't have enough badges to train me. Remember when that was a meme? Like, yeah, so it's Hey Siri, open my fitness pal. Yeah, I didn't get to the gym. Yeah, I didn't get to go last night because I was too busy working on that Last of Us video. So yeah, I better go now, honestly. Yeah, I think I might go to Panera and have breakfast afterward. It's been a while since I've been. I don't know. I don't like going to Panera because it's like no, I keep going back and forth. Like sometimes it's really nice, and other times I'm just like, man, this is expensive. I don't know. It just yeah, I think it's like I think I like going there in the mornings. I feel like the prices have gone down actually. I don't know. Maybe I just have more money or something. So Ghost is not strong against psychic. I'm sorry, not strong against fighting. Yeah, Joseph is leveling up, so hopefully he'll be a bit more capable of taking on the Heracross next time. I mean, it's like a level 72. Thanos Earthquake. I mean, I would have preferred to send Lugia with Aeroblast after it. It can't learn Aeroblast now. Yeah, we got pretty close to beating it last time, so I think we're pretty close. Yeah, if I just had more psychics, I'd be fine. Because like psychic's good against pretty much everything, but like it just doesn't have that much PP. I don't. Is PP really that much of a deal? Because I would say 15 is fine. Like 5 is a little bit low. 10 is doable, but like most Pokemon fights don't last that long. Because like I feel like 10 is like the ideal number because like most rounds aren't going to last that long. Well, I guess maybe you need more if you're like actually out hiking or whatever. Yeah, like competitive battling is completely different than like standard gameplay because you have to worry about having TMs and HMs and all that. Uh, you got to worry about like not being around a Pokemon Center, just stuff that like you got to worry about catching Pokemon even. Yeah, it's crazy how flexible the game actually is. Yeah, they actually killed off AZ and like Legend ZA, which was so fucking sad. Yeah, they'll go. If I'm a kid, really? Uh, probably should have switched out Dragonite. Yeah, I love Outrage, but like I do think you kind of had to approach it in a sense where like a good chunk of the time it's gonna backfire on you. Because normally what I like doing is that I like using it to overwhelm the opponent and then switch Dragonite out. But if you just sent in another dragon, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. Yeah, I don't have an anti-Aircross Pokemon. It's a bug fighting type. Does bug have a resistance to psychic? I don't think it does. I might be able to Mewtwo it to death. I think Aircross might actually be an anti-Mewtwo Pokemon, come to think of it. Yeah, it's weird how sometimes you come across obscure type matchups and you actually don't know what to do. Yeah, what's good against Aircross? Like normally I would use fire, but like the fact that it has earthquake is putting me off that. Yeah, fire or flying would be my default response to it. Yeah, flying is like what I would do, but like I don't have a good flyer. Like all my flying type Pokemon aren't primarily flying type. They're like I just didn't get a single good flying type move this round. Well, good morning, good morning. You are a Pokemon master. Okay. Gracia, Lugia, Joseph. Yeah, why are we gonna beat her? Yeah, I think we're just gonna ice beam it to death. I don't know if I have anything better. Well, I don't know, maybe Drill Pack would be fine. And then we could set in Lugia. Yeah, try saying that again if I could come in here with a fresh team. Oh wow, that's really all I needed to do. Wow. I was terrified of that thing for nothing. It wrecked my team last time, but I didn't have Big Bird on me, so Alakazam, yeah, let's send out Jurassic. He has an Alakazam. I'm so pissed that he has an Alakazam and I don't. Like, and I just because I can't get anyone to trade me an Abra. I'm sorry, Kadabra. Tyranitar. Let's send in. Well, come on, I just switched it in. President used Thunderbolt. Wait, what? How was that super effective? Wait, did I misremember Lugia's typing? It's a psychic flying. I swore it was a water type. Wait, does Lugia's typing change? Like I swear it was water flying back in the day. Like I don't have a single. It is not a water type. Yeah, I was talking about how I was kind of confused about his typing as a kid, but apparently I still am. What? So I don't have a single psychic type on this thing. Why does it know Hydro Pump? Uh, yeah, I think we're gonna beat him this time, but yeah, man, yeah, I'm at the champion, and I only just now realized my Pokemon is not a fucking is not a water type. That's fucking insane. Yeah, it is kind of weird when like you come across unexpected like typing in games. Like Gothitelle is like a psychic and not a dark type, like stuff like that. Yeah, you get blindsided by stuff like that. Crazy how it still happens today though, and like for pretty classic Pokemon too. Okay. He's sending out Arcanine, I think he said. Yeah, we crushed him this time. Yeah, everything came together and we just beat him. Oh, that'd be crazy if I got knocked out because the sandstorm. I love Arcanine Sprite. Like it's so cute. Ah, extreme speed. Of course, it moves at extreme speed. Yeah, what I was gonna do was recover, but like, come to think of it, I didn't even have a type advantage. I, I learned nothing. Like, well, I mean, I had Hydro Pump and Rain Dance. That's something. Yeah, I just forgot about extreme speed. Is extreme speed like Arcanine's signature move? It's weird that it's not a that is not what I want to do. Weird that it's not a fire type. Okay, one more to go, and it is Venusaur. Oh man, I'm actually gonna be able to beat him with Arcanine. Holy shit, Arcanine's actually gonna come through for us in clutch. Wow, Arcanine's actually gonna do something. I have spent the entire game raising my Arcanine, and it hasn't done shit. Just because of like how long it took to get to this point. Wow, we're actually what a great climatic end to the run. Isn't that just gonna make me stronger? Oh yeah, sunlight. Yeah, it benefits grass types and fire types. So yeah, that's kind of a double-edged sword too. Yeah, I imagine the ideal way to play this game is to pick Charmander, and have Charizard beat his Blastoise like this at the very end. Oh no, Professor Oak is gonna come. You have come of age. I came when I heard you had beat the Elite Four. Wait, I thought he said that to me in the original. So he shit talks blue every time you beat him. Okay, so we finally beat it. Finally. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go back to Raiders. Yeah, this is supposed to be a Splatoon Raiders stream, and I just got bored of it. The credits roll every time you beat it. I don't think that's a thing in the original. Okay, well, we gotta wait for the credits to roll then. Defeat the Elite Four 200 times to maximize the plush doll collection inside Lorelei's house. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, okay.
Yup,
Yep,
it's
it's
true.
true.
I
I
used to
used to
hate
hate
Super
Super
Mario
Mario
64.
64.
Something that
Thing
many
that
people
many people
cannot
cannot
say,
say
because if you
because if
ask
you
most
ask most
fans,
fans,
critics,
critics,
casual
casual
players, or
players, or
anyone else in
anyone else in
between, they'll
between,
tell you
tell
that
you
Super
that Super
Mario
Mario
64 is
64
no
is no
less than
less
a
than a
perfect
perfect.
game.
Yeah, it is. What's with all these Zoomers like rediscovering Mario 64 and Ocarina? I'm curious when this is going to start happening to Ocarina because I guess Mario 64 kind of became in vogue. Like, I don't know, Zoomers really love Mario 64 for some reason. I'm curious if the same thing's going to happen to Ocarina when that gets remade. Because, like, Star Fox came back in vogue. I don't know, like, everyone has this mindset that Ocarina's kind of dated, but it's really not. Oh, yeah, this is the good. Yeah, I still don't know if I've ever had an experience as mind. Oh, Iwata. Wow. Is this the first project he headed up? Wow, crazy. So this is immediately after Yamauchi stepped down. Wow, because this was a 2004 game. Wow, crazy. Yeah, it's crazy to think like Iwata really wasn't in charge that long. That's crazy to think about. National Federation of the Blind. They really let Braille people look over it because of the Braille in the game. That's just imagine being those guys. Like you're asking us to look at Braille in a video. I don't theory. I could see Pokemon being one of those games that like blind people can play. Um, they would have to like reconfigure it, I suppose. But I guess there's just not enough like demand for that. Like, how many blind people exist today? Like, realistically, it just hopefully the game auto save sure though. Okay, I think we're pretty much done with Fire Red. We've gotten everything done. There's like more things to do in the game. There's more to catch, but yeah, for now, I think we're gonna just move on to it. Okay, let's go back to Raiders. I think that's gonna be how we like go about this going forward. Is that we're gonna like play Raiders until we get tired of it, switch to something else we need to get done, and then just play that for a bit, and then go back to Raiders. Because we gotta beat Raiders like within a reasonable time frame. Yeah, sorry about the detour, but I really was tired of Raiders, so it's just not the kind of game that like you can really play for a long length of time. I think it's a little bit too grindy for my taste. So yeah, Nintendo wasn't even able to downplay Star Fox, and like um now that we're getting like original games again, yeah, we're gonna go through a brief dry spell in August, but I think for the most part we had quite a lot of games this month. Yeah, Grand Blue was great. Rhythm Heaven was great. We gotta play more Grand Blue. Yeah, I don't know when we're gonna find the time to get through all this. Yeah, it's like you're playing specialized like Salmon Run Standard. honestly, is how I kind of see them. How many cities are there? Is there another four after this, or yeah, you gotta grab the treasure before it ends? Okay. I don't know why it does it like that, but all right. I've never beaten that stage before. It seemed like it. Tunia Glacier. How do they come up with these names? And you can't remember the names for things in a video game. Like, I don't think it's bother unless it's like something I'm really attached to. I mean, it took me forever to learn the names of some basic Mario enemies. Well, not really basic, but some of the more obscure ones. I'm hungry. I can't believe we can't upgrade our. Oh, let's see. Okay, I was just like, no, that's not. You're supposed to get on this way. I'm like overthinking like these things too much. I've been playing too many way too hard games. And maybe that's my problem with this is that I'm just so used to like try hard shit that like something that's more chill is just like I don't know. My brain is fried. I mean, I've been playing a ton of games lately over the past couple of days. I mean, especially last night. I didn't play much at all because I was so busy trying to get the Last of Us video done. But how was that? Yeah, I feel like the environments could be a lot more interesting. Yeah, I can't imagine this game was all that hard to develop. It's just kind of my mindset on it. Like, I'm curious how long this was in production. Like they produced like the original Splatoon in like 10 months. By the way, this is like one of Nintendo's biggest IPs now, and it started on the Wii U. I think that's something that I'm going to be reminding people a lot of in the near future. I mean, I haven't like done any blog updates in a while. I'm gonna check that out. Uh, yeah, we'll have to get on that today. Shit, we're so behind on everything. Haven't been to the gym, haven't written anything. Well, I mean, to be fair, I was busy with the YouTube video. Yeah, I'm like, this is my problem is I have like 5 or 6 platforms that I all have to like keep up with, and it's just exhausting. I mean, I noticed over the past week I haven't updated the blog in like a week, but like I was still getting views until just recently, actually. So I think it's only just now tapered off. So we're gonna have to get back to updating content. What the hell is this? Uh, I love Toria. We got that. Yeah, I don't know. The game feels way too short. It's just kind of my opinion on it. Like we're already kind of nearing the end, and I'm just, I don't know. I feel like they need to do a little bit more with the concept. I don't know. This is just a better like side order, I guess. That's probably why I got produced. Hopefully, like they have more in plan for Splatoon 4. I mean, but I'm tired of feeling this way about Splatoon, where it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna do cool stuff with it eventually, and it's just like, it just feels like I've been waiting way too long, and it just hasn't happened yet. You know what I mean? It's just, and right now everybody on Twitter is saying this is like the best game on Switch 2 so far, and I'm just like, it's not even the best game that came out this month. I legit think I like Rhythm Heaven Groove more than uh yeah, Grand Blue I definitely like more than this. Yeah, I really need to get back and play some more Grand Blue. I don't know why I keep putting that off. It's probably just RPG overload, but I was like, whoa, this is what you're supposed to do. Okay. We should switch to bot buddy. We haven't used Shiver in a while. I wish the bot buddy like changed more than like the showstopper. Maybe it does, and I haven't noticed, but like I can't believe they gave you support conversation. That's right. Yeah, Fortune's Weave comes out in September. Yeah, so Uramusha in September, and then like Fortune's Weave. That's like September's gonna be nuts. There's not a whole lot coming out in August, but like September's gonna be crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah, I actually should. Yeah, you do have to start this trade. Oh, gosh. Yeah, they didn't even win. It's not unoriginal. Oh, that's it? Hey, where am I supposed to go? Wait, huh? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I keep overlooking these things. Like in the original, like they're kind of more easily. The areas are so open in this that like it's easy to overlook certain things like that. Like they tried going for like a more natural look in this game for the world design, and I don't feel like it really works that well. And I can see why they did it because that's always been my problem with the single player campaign is that like why does it feel so stale and lifeless? Like it legit feels like Super Mario Galaxy if it was shit. Well, I mean, it doesn't have a vibe. I would say it's not bad at all, but like it's definitely not as good as it could be. They really need to like find settle on a tone. Like the mechanics are there, but like I feel like they don't know how exactly to make the game like really shine from like a level design perspective. Because usually in like mainline, it's just like they introduce a gimmick in a stage and you have to use that gimmick. But in this, it's like it's just kind of straightforward. Just shoot enemies. Like, mm. Has it really been 3 hours? I can't believe it's been that long. Um, Manta Ray. Yeah, what's gonna be our next game? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna crack like my best games of the year list. We'll have to see, but like there are just so many other games I like more than this. I'm hungry. Yeah, I think I'm about ready for like a nap. So I think we're gonna end the stream and then come back to it. I mean, we'll get a little bit done on it. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, I feel bad that I still haven't bought the Lollipop Chainsaw upgrade pad. I'm shocked that Lollipop Chainsaw of all things got like an upgrade pad before like a lot of other Switch One games. But yeah, I am going to go ahead, probably eat a bit and then take a nap, and then we'll be right back. I'll probably go to the gym first. I'll probably go out first, but that'll be quite a while. That'll be a little bit. That'll be tonight. So until then, I will see you all next time. Thank you. Yeah, be sure to check out my website at Harmon